Ready?
Yep.
Hi, I'm here with Mitch from Wayland, here to answer some of my questions. How did you guys decide on the name Wayland, since only one of you are from Wayland, Michigan?
Yeah, well, when we were making the transition to find a name, we wanted something rootsy. We wanted something that showed representation of the Midwest, and it has a really nice ring to it. You know, it is memorable, and it was a place to start from. We were coming from LA, and we were kind of starting over with a new EP and with a new name, and we wanted roots in it. We didn't want something just thrown up against the wall or something like that. We wanted something that people could connect with. And even though not everyone in the world is from Wayland, many people are from small towns. There are many people out there that can relate to that feeling, and because it was close to even just one of us, it was rooted in all of us. So.
Makes sense. Do they give you support then with that?
Oh
name?
my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
They're probably like, yes, you put us on the map.
It's incredible. We were at home for the last week doing some writing, and we were writing with one of our producers via Skype, and Phil and I would leave the lake to go out to dinner, and there wouldn't be many people out, but it was really fun. You know, it was you know, they couldn't believe that we were home, and you know, a lot of the people he grew up with. So it's just great. It's a very relaxed place, and everybody there is very proud, and so are we. You know, we're very proud to carry the name.
Okay. Is there a motto that you try to live by?
Oh my goodness, pressure's on, right? I would say I don't know if there's a motto, but
I guess a phrase or a saying, anything, make it a little simple. Something you come up with.
You know what? I'd say that the four of us get up out of bed and we do our best every day, and sometimes your best isn't that great on that day. But I'll tell you what, man, I've never met guys that work harder than the guys in Wayland, and I'm so proud to be a part of this. And I can honestly say that we do. I'd say one quote that I try really hard to live by every day is. Practice dying while you're alive, so you can live your dying and enjoy your living. And I keep that in mind every time I'm not doing my best.
What were you doing before writing and recording music?
I can't remember a time where I wasn't doing this. Singing and dancing in show choir, probably. I danced for a long time. And that's kind of how I met these guys, just through entertainment and out in Los Angeles. And I was already writing songs, and you know, Phil was a guitar player, so we just hooked up and started writing songs together. But I mean,
so it's kind of been in your blood.
You know what? It really has. I started writing songs when I was in high school. I'd have opportunities to sit down at a piano in the auditorium, time off and stuff like that, and I figured out ways to rig the doors so after school was out I could go back in and play on the grand in the auditorium. So I was always writing songs then. It's just always been a part of what I've done. I think it's always been a part of Phil as well. So.
What are your hopes for the near future? Maybe in life or with the band? I mean,
you know what? And this may sound really cheesy, but we're asking for the energy from the universe. We're asking for the energy for the world to be the biggest band on the planet. Not for ourselves, but to make this world a better place and to make these people better and to want to be better. I think this is a really interesting time in history. I'm so proud to be a part of it. This is a revolutionary time, and a time where it really does belong to the people. And we strive every day to be the people's band. And I promise you and anybody else out there that if they make us the people's band and they make us this big entity in the world, we will use that power for good. And we want to be a part of this positive revolution that's coming.
That's a good thing to be a part of.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you do.
Really need it.
You know, and I think there's a consciousness that goes along with that. And it sounds cheesy, but with great power comes great responsibility. I'm quoting Spider-Man, by the way. I love superheroes. I find a lot of secrets actually within. You know, they can be a great people if they want to be. They only lack the light to show the way. That's Superman. You know, it's just like you can find a lot of secrets in superhero movies. But I also see Wayland, if we keep that consciousness and wanting to be that entity for the world, not for Wayland. As long as we keep that in mind, because that's a hard thing to remember when you get off stage and at a headlining show and there's all these things around and all these different entities that are making you feel pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And that can go to your head. And I think it's really important, and I again feel really lucky to be a part of Wayland because we kick our own asses all the time within the band, and we really respect each other in that sense. And it's all about keeping your nose down and remembering why we started writing songs in the first place, because we wanted to help. And that's never left. So I think as long as we think that way,
and it's good that you have so many guys that think that way.
That all four of us do.
Yeah.
All four of us have that same thing. And
because four, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
Oh my gosh, it's way better. It's way better than it would be awful. What if all the rest of the four guys were like, all focused and driven, and I was this crazy maniac that just wanted to get high and not to be stereotypical, but how easy is that? I mean, people, I'm not going to lie, people throw drugs at you. They throw drugs, they throw alcohol, they throw women, which none of these things I'm saying are bad. I'm saying it's easy to get caught up in a lot of that. And when you have four guys on the same page, which we always have been, arguments turn into elevation, and they elevate us further up, so then we're not banging our heads against the wall for no reason, so, and the guys have put me in check more times than not, and I appreciate it.
That's good. What do you guys enjoy doing other than making music? Any hobbies on the?
Oh yeah, I mean we love spending time outdoors. We love like fishing and hunting, and we do a lot of hiking in our home. Dean and I, the bass player, we love movies. We love movies. I write for the screen as well, and it's always been a passion of mine, like movies, and so we get really giddy and go see movies. I'm pretty
sure I can't quote any movie, so you're already ahead.
No, man, I tell you what, we're the guys cheering. We're the guys in the movie theater that cheer and yell and scream. So, but and we listen to music, and I think even in our time off, we like to travel. That pretty much goes for all of us.
Well, that works perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it nice when that's our job, So no, we spend a lot of time outdoors, and even on our off time, we wake up with that same mentality. Like even if it's relaxing, what am I going to do to be better today? How am I going to do my best today? And for someone in our profession, that downtime is equally as important as the on time, because you're laying down your sword, but only to sharpen it. So you have to, you can't just fall into a black hole and come out of it no better than you were before. Then the rest is worthless.
Yeah.
So we use that time out in nature to get reconnected with the earth, and we use that time with each other to get reconnected without the bombardment of all the outer. There's so much. Positive and negative, you know what I mean? There's positive politics, and there's stuff that drives you nuts, and there's some radio hosts, and then there's gorgeous radio hosts. So it's it's that time off is used for balance.
Bring you back a little bit to reality.
Yeah, and you try to chill out. You try to chill out, not throw shots down your throat as fast as you can.
These are the last two questions that I always end interviews on. Do you prefer a blonde, brunette, or redhead?
Oh my gosh, it's redhead today. Redheads all the way today. No, actually, I think no, I'm actually quite nervous even sitting this close to you. But I guess it's like the flavor of the week. It's like whatever you're into, because you can be dating a blonde and then a brunette walks in the room and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so smitten. Or other ways, and hair color, especially with girls, they always change it, and it changes their moods. It changes what they do in the bedroom. It's crazy. You just changed your hair, honey. What the hell happened? I can't believe that. But I don't know. I'd say right off the bat, personally, You know, blondes really do it for me.
Oh, blondes.
But I don't know any natural blondes. So.
I think she's, you know?
No,
So it's like,
sure not.
I'm like, I love your hair. She's like, well, I'm a brunette. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I gotta say, I've had some amazing experiences with redheads, and they're always just out of their mind crazy. Just
Well, I'm not naturally redhead, so we'll just leave it at that.
fantastic. No, but you look great as a redhead. Oh, you're welcome.
I have one last question. Do you
Okay.
prefer that blonde, brunette, or redhead to have tan lines or no tan lines?
Oh my goodness.
I'm just throwing these. These are just my 2 favorite questions right here.
You know what? There's something about tan lines that are just really sexy. You're just disgusted.
We have this discussion all the time. I just hate tan lines.
Really?
And it came up because I tan.
Right.
And I obviously tan naked,
Right,
so I
right.
don't like tan lines, and I
Yeah.
try to avoid the sun in a bathing suit because I don't want tan lines.
You know what? To me, a sexy woman is a sexy woman, and I fall in love with women that are in love with themselves and that love themselves. And that's what's sexy to me. So if that woman takes her clothes off and she's got a gorgeous body and she has tan lines, I'm like, oh my god, that is disgusting. It's like, trust me, I'm not going to complain when she's wrapped up in my arms. I'm not going to worry about it.
Just whatever you want's fine.
No, but if she comes out and she's like all spick and span clean, no hair, tan lines, bam, amazing, incredible body redhead, I'm going to be really, really happy.
But that's good. Well, I think that's all the questions that I have.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the show.
Listeners, we're excited. Thank